Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. It is Thursday Thoughts today, and it's so interesting to take a moment to look back on your journey. So, what did I do? I went back and looked back on my journey. And one of the first things I became known for as a business coach was niche is rich and broad is broke. It was an episode that I did on a well-designed business podcast, Luann Nagara's podcast. When Luann and I first started out podcasting and coaching, we became friends. And revisiting that episode right now with what's going on in the world and the environment with your businesses, I think is really important, right? Mastering the art of niching down to your ideal client or to your ideal service model or to your ideal style is really important for the targeting of your interior design business. How do you get the growth you want? You see some designers have a specific style and they really dig into that and they grow because they become known for that style. There's other designers that get known for a particular service, like just kitchen and baths or just window treatments. Or for in my case, it was art framing and accessories. I always loved artwork and sculpture and things like that. So when I went into the industry, I thought, okay, let me sell things that I love. Now, I started out selling my mother's artwork, which is something I tripped upon, but then I realized, what did I love about this? And if I could dive into what I love about growing my business, every day would be exciting to me. And that's really the goal. Because if you can discover your passion, what is your passion about growing your business? Is there a specific piece of it? Is there a specific type of client? Is it just growing a business itself makes you excited? So what is your passion is one way to try to find your niche. Okay, so for me, again, I loved art. I loved framing. Once I learned about it, I found it fascinating, but more so, I loved sculpture and accessories. So I grew my business in that direction. Identifying then on top of it, who is your ideal client? So first I found my passion, which I want you all to do. What part of interior design may be more of a passion than another? If there's a particular part of interior design that is a passion, that could end up becoming your niche, right? If there's a particular type of demographic client that you love working with, besides, I just love people who pay me, which I know I hear all the time, but is there a particular demographic, like you love working with single women, or you love working with young couples with young kids, or you love working with growing families, empty nesters? You can niche down to not just a specific passion of yours within the interior design industry. That's one way to niche down. Another way to niche down is by picking your ideal client, the people you love to work with every single time. You can niche down in just your type of client, or you can niche down in both, a particular part of interior design and a particular type of client. That's when you're narrowing down so clearly that people get nervous. Like, well, what about other people? They're never going to use me. They're never going to find me. They're never going to want to use my services if I'm only speaking to one demographic. And I'm here to tell you once again, like I did, I think now 8 years ago on Luann's episode number 15, which I linked in the comments here. I'm sorry, in the description, so you can go and re-listen, because it's still a very applicable lesson on niching down. What's going on again is that we're post-COVID. So now everyone actually has to go back to marketing, good old-fashioned, constant, finding your way of getting your ideal client to you on a consistent basis. So it's feeling like suddenly, oh my God, I'm slowing down. Yeah, some of you are slowing down because we don't have that COVID rush anymore. So now we got to go back to basics again, which is niche is rich and broad is broke. What is your niche? What is your specialty within the interior design industry? If you have a specialty, it helps you find the words to market yourself appropriately. And I've told this story many times in public before, but I'll tell it again for my newbies here, that when I first started coaching, I was like, I'm a business coach. I'm a service-based business coach. I can coach any creative service-based business. And this is true. But I wasn't attracting enough people. And why was that? Because my message was too broad. then I said, okay, who knows me? The interior designers know me because I was an art consultant for 15 years or more. So I niched down to just interior designers. I was able to hone in, just like when I was in the interior design industry, only as an art framing and accessory consultant. I became a business coach of just interior designers. So use my story to start to think about, is there a niche within the interior design industry that you love, that will actually make you wake up every day excited and want to go to work? Or is there a particular type of person or demographic? Once you narrow it down, your messaging becomes really clear. I mean, imagine if you're talking to a growing young family, right? You'd say, frustrated with your kids putting things all over the house. Let me help you organize your stuff and create a beautiful design as well, so that you and your husband feel like you're adulting on a Friday and Saturday night, but it also satisfies your family time. Right? You can find the words, and that was just me riffing off the top of my head. You can find the words on how to speak to your ideal client for your specific niche once you're clear on it. So getting clear is really important, because then what you do is you adapt your social media to what you're trying to attract, not what you've attracted up till now. You don't have to post every picture of every job you're doing if it's not a job you're looking to attract. You might have taken on the job because you decided to say yes, but you don't have to reflect that out into the world, because what happens then is you get more of that back. And you want to update all your wording on your website and your social media with what you're looking to attract. You can have other service models hidden in the background. Like I've been asked many times, do I have to put designer for a day on my website? I really don't like doing that. I'm like, no, you don't have to put it on your website. You don't have a client coming to you and saying a la carte what they are choosing to hire you for. What you're doing is saying, this is what I can help you with. Once you meet them, talk to them, and then you say, this is a service model that I have that I think would be perfect for you. If designer for a day is one of them, then you have that in the background. You don't always have to have that on your website if that's not what you're looking to attract. So once you can figure out your niche in either your passion within the interior design industry, your ideal client, or maybe it's your style, right? Or it could be sustainable living, like whatever your passion is, dive into your passion, because it makes your message so much better and so much clearer. It makes you come across more passionate, the way I do when I'm trying to get you guys to make more money, right? And be profitable and run profitable, well-balanced life businesses. It's not easy, but you can do it one baby step at a time. That's what I always say. So if you're having struggles right now with your marketing, with attracting your ideal client, go back and listen to episode number 15 from A Well-Designed Business, because my message is basically the same so many years later, that niche is rich and broad is broke. Have any questions, post them in the comments below and tag me, and I'm happy to answer them. Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.